Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to West Lothian in Scotland for the 2022 Scottish International Open. Coming up is R.Paxton against the local qualifier, which is C.Greer. Don't forget, later on today at 4 o'clock and at 7 o'clock we have the two quarter-final games. So we're going to go live to the rink now and we're going to get the players on.
Jack length 27.5.
Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back here to this Scottish International Open. Joining me in the commentary box for this game is Darren Burnett. Hi Darren.
Hi Jason, yeah, looking forward to this one. Local man C.Greer will have the support, no doubt. If he can get off to a good start, it's going to put Robert in a difficult place, but Robert certainly played well in his first game, particularly second set, so expecting a good battle here.
Yep, C.Greer played in the qualifiers on Monday, finished that at 7 o'clock, booked his place into the event. Yesterday played Jamie Chesney, managed to get over the finish line, and here he is today. It's quite good to have a local player in any event, Darren.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think all the players have agreed that West Lothian here have put on an excellent venue for us. The spectators have flooded in for 2 days now, so it's been a great atmosphere. Having the local guys, you say, just adds to that atmosphere. So I think the players can't thank West Lothian enough. It's been a superb venue. Good start here from Cameron. If he can just tidy this head up. He's looking to beat his first two if he can. Close to the jack.
Don't forget, we have the live scores. If you go to willbowlstour.org, right on the front page there, you'll see right at the top the banner, live updates. If you click that, you can see the scorecards for this session. Just to give you a very quick rundown of what's going on the other rinks. Rink number 2, David Gourlay, MBE, is facing the Australian Glenn Martin from the Scarborough Club. Stuart Anderson on rink 3 takes on the PBA qualifier from the Stanley venue, which is young Jack Bird, which is quite funny. He's from the Scarborough Club was from the Scarborough Club but in England. And then on the far rink you've got Wayne Wilgress taking on the 20-year-old from the Osborne Park Club, also in Australia, Jack East.
Yeah, great to have the Aussie guys involved. They've had a blast over here. I know the locals have looked after them well, and it's been reciprocated by the Australians, who I think have been particularly good with the juniors at the club here, so all good. Cameron just trying to make an adjustment on his last, just needs to run. Yeah, made it. Lies a couple, I think. Don't see much for Robert, but just a draw. He was only slightly overplayed with his last one. Just try and drop a bit of weight, draw the shot. Covering the venue here, Jason, just a bowling club with the atmosphere from the bar and the hospitality packages, it's just added to the atmosphere. I think the players have been saying it's been excellent. You know, you get the buzz of the stadium. It probably takes away that sort of sharp noises you sometimes hear in a quiet venue.
Yeah, that's right. It is trying to get that atmosphere, isn't it? I think, like you say, we've had great feedback from the people that have joined us down here at West Lothian. whether it's the grandstand area or the hospitality. And a lot of the comments, which is quite strange, the people have been saying they actually quite like being slightly nearer to the players.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's been an excellent setup, and I knew the ticket sales had been good, but until you actually come to the venue and you see how many people are in here, it's just fantastic. Yeah, good openers from the two of them, really. Quick look at Cameron's bio just before the match, and his favourite rink is Rink 2 at West Lothian. So,
I spotted that as well. Yeah.
No pressure on him, but he is on his favourite rink.
Yeah. I kind of looked and chuckled in a way. I thought, brave statement.
Yeah, he's a good player, Cameron. He's been around a long time. West Lothian, a good club with a lot of good talented players over the years. So I expect him to do well here. As I say, if he can start well in the game, he's going to get the local support on his side for sure.
This is George. Is it George Snedden's club? This one?
Yeah, George plays here as well. Yeah, lots of great players over the years. Neil Spears, and going back to the Grant Knox eras and stuff like that. They've had so many top quality players played out of this club. Good reply from Robert. Excellent ball. Sticking with the forehand draw, I think. Just trying to touch Robert's ball. Sets it off the jack, he's got a chance.
Can't be too far away from this.
It's very close. Good effort.
Well, it's fell over, but I think it's probably still one to the white.
Yeah, Fancy Roberts still lies here. Unlucky from Cameron, he just probably needed another inch or two of running to get a bit of jack movement. Made it difficult for Robert though. Imagine he'll just stick with his forehand draw. It's a tough one, but if he can just land on the back blue ball, fall in, he will make another one. Not much room though. Very
well,
close.
look at this.
Very close.
Oh, wow.
No, perfect goal. Didn't even need the back goal, he just drew it absolutely perfect. Well, this might be the first runner of the game. I think Cameron will be forced to attack this. He has the best back ball.
Front one onto the jack. Might ricochet though, doesn't it? I'm not quite sure if there's a little bad bounce there or not.
Yeah, I mean, it could hit some of the balls on the way through, but he's two down anyway. I would imagine if he goes quicker, he's going to take some of the white ones off. Jack does go right through to the ditch. He should be okay. As I say, he has the best back ball. Well, he's playing this with just a small amount of weight. It's a tough shot. Just not going to get back.
Oh, very close.
Yeah, good effort, but tough shot down that side. Robert out the blocks early, takes a 3-0 lead after two ends. It's just the start he would have wanted.
After two ends.
I think when you're playing a local player, that's really what you want to do, is come out the blocks early and try and keep the crowd involvement as minimal as possible.
Seven and a half.
mobile phone going off somewhere.
There's been one or two of them, but given the amount of people in the arena, I think we can excuse it. Not meant, but they've been quick to turn them off, thankfully.
That just fell in time, unfortunately not.
Just looking at their first round games here, and Cameron had an excellent game with Jamie Chesney. Won the first set 11-2, played very well in that first set. Jamie came back 10-4 in the second, and it was right down the wire in the tie-break. Cameron won it 2-1. And Robert, he had a very tight first set against another Scottish player, John McHutchison. Got over the line 6-5 and then won the second set 10-3. So both players coming into the match confident of their first round wins. Change of hands from Cameron. Looks like he's just travelling a bit. He needs the jack.
Nearly.
Yeah, just that side of the ring. You just have to be right on it. It's easy just to miss a ball under or a ball wide. Robert will have a switch here as well, and just trying to draw to the jack. If he can just turn it round the corner a bit. Coming off the higher line though. Good weight.
Comes back a long way down there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think if your weight's good, then you get the turn. Like Cameron's last one, I think he just overplayed it, and it just didn't quite get back.
Where's his pace this time?
I think he still needs the jack. Got it. Certainly going to help. Slightly unfortunate he's ran off it, but cut it down to one, I think. Good view from the back there, the head they're rolling to it. Forehand draw for Robert, just trying to beat Cameron in here. We're aware that Cameron could trail the jack with his last one, so I think he'll play this as a kind of positive draw. Just try and get to the jack first.
Well, pretty good here.
Yeah, it's decent, it's good, it's a shot anyway.
I think it might tempt Cameron.
Yeah, there is gaps, that is the only thing, and judging by the last end, he doesn't look like he wants to be running too quick, so he might just elect to keep something similar to his last ball. Hope he just turns the jack a foot or so. Now, is he giving it time?
Inside edge maybe. Will it bend for the inside edge? Has done. Well played.
Yeah, good shot. He played that well. Probably would say after his third one, he probably just about deserved it. He was unfortunate with his third one.
3-1 after 3 in.
Good one that. He didn't want to drift 5-0 down, so keeps him in the set, 3-1. Pretty much full length, I think.
Jack length 30.5 metres.
Yeah, full length, 30.5 metres.
Perfect line, couple of feet through. Yeah, good start here from Robert. Yeah,
He's playing some consistent stuff.
Yeah, he definitely, second set in his first round game, he just found a couple of gears against John McCutcheon. I spoke to John yesterday after it, and he said that Robert just was too consistent second set for him. First set was a tight one. Good reply though from Cameron.
Is it just past the length last ball?
I think as a player you're always quite happy to hear the marker tell you it's jack high. It just gives you that extra area to land into. Just don't know if Robert's sent this one. Big ball for Cameron. He'll be trying to just beat his own. Get to the jack first. He does have the back bowl, so it makes the head much better for him if he can get down.
Going back well now. Just again, just maybe a foot over. It's in a good position.
Yeah, so Robert's again down the forehand. Probably just trying to land Cameron's bowl or just fall inside it. Very close. I think he's played this. Yeah, great ball. It's a really good ball from Robert because he now takes some of the blue play away a wee bit, because if Cameron comes on to Robert's last ball, he's going to push the jack away from his blue balls. He's looking at the middle white ball, whether he could push that onto the jack. That would be the one to send onto the jack, to send the jack towards his blue balls. Tough one this, it's not an easy draw on. Probably has to look to try and get a bit of movement on one of the white balls. Down the inside track, just don't know if he's got the running. Just needs to lift it once, would be enough.
Will he sit back?
Oh, great effort, great effort. Probably just lacked a foot of running, but a really good effort there.
It's literally stood on its edge, stood on the grip, I think.
Yeah.
It's quite close to falling in.
Super effort. One more turn of the white ball, he was probably line 2. Yeah, Robert will play this, but will give us an idea of how confident Robert is in his own game. He's not got much space. Certainly drawable for a man of Robert's calibre, but has to just be a wee bit careful. Pushed out on a wide line anyway. Careful draw.
Yeah, very careful.
Can't blame him for that one, to be honest. Picks up another single.
4-1
To
after
lead
4 ends.
4-1 after 4 ends. Great view of the arena there. Folk who know West Lothian Indoor will recognise the bar area up in the corner there, and the sort of grandstand seated area there. Great view of the rink, and our hospitality guests on the other side of the rink. So
Jack
yeah,
length,
brilliant
27
venue.
metres.
Yeah, it's something we just decided just to try something. It's getting to that stage now where it's getting harder and harder to bring money in, and especially off the back of COVID, we've still got businesses and people like that still struggling, but I mean, it's obviously not as much money as like the Worlds and that, but I think if we can get a few of these, I just call them mini events, just the 3-day events, to stop people having to take 9-10 days off work for a bowls event.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think the players have obviously been discussing it, and I think all the players, and I think the buy-in you've had to the qualifiers suggests that the members are quite happy with what yourselves are trying to do at the moment, Jason, which is great. It's not an easy task, as you've said, with COVID and and everyone else have come through. But I think if we can get 2 or 3 of these mini events, and perhaps maybe one that sits between the world and here in the future, then 5 tournaments would be a great sort of place to aim for. So small steps, but it's great, and I think the players love these events. As you say, 3 days, it's more manageable from a work perspective.
And as a player, do you prefer to study a draw? So say you take the World Championship, so you know your draw, you can almost think, I might play him second or third round in, where here you've no idea, have you? Is that more fun, or do you like to prepare?
Yeah, no, I quite like it, and as I say, would I like it at the Worlds? Probably not, because I think most sports, the World Championships in any sport stays quite traditional, so the snooker stays at quite a large, best of 35 or whatever they play, and darts is the same, so I'd like to keep the Worlds, pretty traditional. But I think at these events, it's all about trying new things. So yeah, I think the players do quite like it. Something different. As you say, you don't, after the first round, you don't know who you're going to get, where you're going to be. Today I've played the first game and I'm on the night shift again at 7 o'clock. So yeah, it's something different. But no, it's good. I think all the players are buying into it, and we're appreciative of what the board at WBT are trying to do to get us back on the map. And I think if we can increase our tournaments, then happy days. Cameron will be disappointed to have seen that last bowler Roberts coming in there. He built up a good end. Looks like he's just underneath here. Needs a helping hand. Not quite.
Well, he's got it surrounded.
Yeah, as I say, the Roberts' third ball was a massive ball. He's got 2 back ones, Roberts, so I think he'll just be trying to get another one in the head here. Similar to his last 4-hand draw, just beat some of the blues. Wider track. Not sure he'll get back here. Well, not easy, but there is a chance. Cameron to get yourself right back into this game. Just wants to come up on the forehand, probably with a couple of feet of running. If you can get the right contact on the white ball, push out for 3 or 4.
Almost a slight edge off his front one would almost give him the better angle, wouldn't it? No movement on the jack.
Yeah, it would just send his own ball away from the jack, which would be perfect. I don't think he can look at the back and worry about what Roberts got around there. I think he's got to play this with confidence. It's a big chance to make 3 or 4. He's not going to get many of these opportunities. His body language, he's pushed it wide, and then this hand won't get back. Just overplayed. Right idea. I liked his pace. Nothing wrong with that. Just sent it out on the wide side.
R.Paxton 5-1 after 5 ends.
I think the good thing there was the fact he was prepared to play the shot. He played the right shot. He just didn't quite execute it. But he knew it was a big chance.
So just having a little look at what we have on the other rinks out on the far side there. Rink number 4. Wayne Wilgress against Jack East of Australia. Jack East is 4-3 up after 4 ends. Rink number 3, we have PBA qualifier Jack Bird from the Stanley venue there. That's the one he won. He's playing Stuart Anderson. Jack Bird is 5-1 up after 5 ends. And on rink number 2, David Gourlay, MBE, is playing the other Australian qualifier, Glenn Martin, and that score is 4-all after 5 ends.
Another good start from Robert. Pretty good again. 2 good bowls. Just not getting back, Cameron. He's just overplayed it. Not wanting to be short, of course.
Bring my 2 bowls on, please.
8 inches.
Great view of Robert's ball coming down the rink there. Good weight, he'll get back inside this blue. Just going to sit on it.
Yeah, they're a good professional, them, aren't they? Nice, decent swing.
Yeah, definitely. Seems to be getting a nice arc there. A couple of Cameron's ones have just sat on the high side, which is unusual for this hand because it's a nice big swing. He's done it again, just won't get back.
Oh, 2 down. Nice haircut, Robert.
Robert knows he's in a good position here. He's line 2. It would take him 7-1 up after end 6 of the set. So he'll just be looking at the head, looking to see where all the dangers are. It becomes a point in a set where you start having to chase it. So Robert might just elect to leave this and come round the back on the backhand, and I think that's what he's going to do. Try and draw to Cameron's back bowl, somewhere around that back blue bowl. I think that'll be his target. See the bowl coming in towards this blue bowl, just coming to the shot soon. Yeah, good play, splits the 2 blues.
I think Cameron will just try and master the weight and play onto that bowl. Yep.
I think Cameron will just keep his shot. He might just either try and hold it in a bowl or just maybe cut a bit of pace off and just play over the draw. He really just needs to land on the side bowl and fall in. He gets the shot. That said, he's shaping up for one of these backhand runners. Tying it with that sort of in between pace again. It's down to the jack, he's a chance. Great effort, great effort.
Dear me. Very unlucky, just got a tiny piece of it.
Yeah, super effort. It's always the same when you're behind in a set and you're chasing it, you always just seem to get the wrong corner of a jack. Puts Robert in a great place, 7-1 up. 3 ends of the set to go.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Just overplayed this time from Robert, gives Cameron a chance. Get that first ball in. Clicking his fingers. Don't think he's too bad, he might be a foot or so through, but not a bad opener. Robert was just travelling a wee bit there, he landed on Cameron's bowl. urging this one on. He's just gonna pull up, I think. Quiet chat to Sir Cameron. He probably knows that these are the type of ends he has to really try and capitalise on, especially at this stage in the set. He's going to get another chance. Probably needs to get this one in and look for a double.
Yep. Robert's not going to give him many of these chances. Like you say, you have to just take them, don't you, when they're there.
Yep, somewhere in the middle of his first two. His track's reasonable again.
Just to get it full, nice and full. Is that enough?
He's been unlucky again, I think. Not much in it, but pretty unlucky, I think. Another day, you trail that for two.
Someone shouted out from the crowd, do you have a preference marker? I love it. Interactive. And again, a chance.
Yeah, it's a big chance, this one. He's got to just play this with confidence. Turns the jack a foot to the side, he makes a three. If he sits the ball, he makes a three. Not a great deal of change from his last one, really. He's got to make this. He's got to at least get a double here, I think, just to give himself a chance in this first set.
Well, still looking at it. How's your chances?
Yeah,
He's
perfect,
got it.
Perfect.
Oh.
Great ball. Excellent ball. He's made a three.
What a great ball that was from Cameron Greer. Three, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure he's made a three there. That brings him right back into set.
Set score 7-4 after 7 ends.
Yeah, three it was. Gives him a chance now, just four behind with 2 ends to play.
Yeah, and I think when you're 7-1 down, you would take a half set. So I think if he scores 3 shots the next 2 ends, he'll probably take that as a moral victory. I think when you're 7-1 down with 3 to go, you're on thin ice really. So he's a good start ball here, coming this direction. He's just been slightly overplaying them. Great line, back to the middle. An excellent ball from Robert. Just what he needed after dropping a 3.
In front of the jack or behind? In front of the jack. Last ball.
Yeah, great ball from Robert. You see it there, tucked right in behind the blue.
Well, very good effort.
What did you say the gap was?
It's a good effort.
What did you say the gap was?
Half an inch.
Half inch. And the last bowl, how short, please?
5 inches short of jack height.
seen that before on his bowl. Then I just saw it said Taylor Ace, which you always see, but it said 2014. Was that from the Commonwealth?
Yeah, they brought this colour out for the Glasgow
Right,
Games.
okay.
Yeah, they kind of brought like a Commonwealth Games bowl out from that year. I remember it, the blue and white speckle. Yeah, just pulling up a bit short, Robert, but not making it any easier for Cameron.
Will he swap to the other hand? I can't see how he's going to get the shot that he needs on this forehand. I just wonder whether he's going to... Yeah, because he'd try and flick the jack, maybe get to the bowl.
Yeah, he put a good one down here the last end that came this direction. He was a bit unlucky and just didn't get enough of the jack, but yeah, I think to make the shot he probably has to try this.
Well, will he get down?
Just not getting back. It's a good effort. It's a tough hand to play it on, I must say. Decent effort. Robert will be wise to come up and have a look at this. He probably needs to guarantee in behind the jack. Split the two blues up, just in case Cameron does get a flick of the jack.
So whilst that's going on, just having another quick look at the scores. Jack Bird has just taken the first set against Stuart Anderson. David Gourlay is 6-5 up after 7 ends against Glenn Martin of Australia. Wayne Wilgress is playing Jack East, the 20-year-old from the Osborne Park Club. And they're 6 across after 6. Have you seen that Osborne Park Bowling Club down? They say it's the club with $1 million view, apparently.
Is that right?
Yeah,
no,
so yeah.
Not been to that one. I've been to a few in Australia, but not that one, no.
Apparently it's high up and it looks down over all these super yachts and things like that.
Lovely. Yeah, probably one of the best views I've seen in bowls was when I went to America. Laguna Beach.
Oh, Laguna Beach on the cliff edge.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
spectacular, yeah. No, Cameron, you need to turn this round. Got a sighter with his last one, he wasn't far off it, so a slight adjustment. He's too quick, he won't get back.
Yeah, I think he thinks he is too quick. Yeah, slapped his leg.
Yeah, it's one of these sides of the rink where if you just overplay it, you're never going to get back. It's a fine line, really, to get in there. Robert will be more than happy to lie one, which if he can draw a second, he wins the set, but he'll be more than happy to take a 4-shot lead going up the last end. Stick to his forehand draw, I would think. Well, he's stalking it down.
Has he reached?
No, just not going to reach. As I say, I think he'll be more than happy to go 4 up into the last end anyway.
Set score 8-4 after 8 ends.
So full house needed for the local lad Cameron Greer.
Jack length 25.5 metres.
Much shorter jack from Robert in this direction this time.
14 inches past Jack line.
Yeah, I don't know if he's maybe just dropped it shorter because he's 4 up, and even if Cameron does play a good end, it's probably an easier end to smack at.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Just
it's probably a deliberate tactic, to be honest. He certainly had been up at least at 28 metres, and it's quite a drop to 25. Very difficult for Cameron here because you just can't be short, and in doing so you tend to kind of overplay them. You know, if you drop one ball short now, the chance of 4's over, so you can fully understand them being over the pace there. Imagine when he's next, he's probably going to have to try and flip onto the forehand and try and turn this jack. Not the easiest of sides, you'll know that yourself. He'd probably rather keep his backhand, but I think he's got to go forehand and just look to roll the jack a foot or two. Sticking with the backhand. Just going to run through the gap here, and it's getting harder every ball now because he's got one at each side of the middle spot, so very, very difficult now to see him make a 4. It was always going to be tough. Just think if he put the forehand there and cut across, he would have been going to a good area. Just take the opportunity to tell you that Glenn Martin and David Gourley is 6-all going into the last end, which has just been commenced, so all to play for in that match in the first set.
Yeah, the overseas players have settled in, haven't they, quite quick. I know they came over a little bit earlier, you know, to get that practice time in, but yeah, they're playing some excellent stuff. It's like if we go there, it's a slightly different game, isn't it, the conditions and stuff. It's just adapting quick.
Yeah, they've definitely done well. Robert's just put another one in a great place there. I just don't see a 4 here now at all, to be honest.
I think the last time an overseas players won a World Bowls Tour event, you'd probably correct me, was it Ian Schuback at Preston? Was that the last time?
May well have been, yeah.
I think he won the singles and I think the pairs the same year, maybe. He did quite well, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're probably right. I think I beat Mark McMahon in a final, so that would have been the last time I played somebody from overseas that far into an event. Yeah, you're probably right. And then obviously Brett Wilkie as well, who I beat at the International Open a long time ago. Yeah, just going to drift under. Wasn't really much on for me, to be honest. Yeah, Robert was probably good value for that.
Set score 11-4
Played the more
after 9
consistent.
ends.
Certainly with his
First set
first
to
ball
Robert Paxton.
or 2 balls at the ends, he was building them up. Cameron will want to start this set on the front foot. And we have another game on the end rink. Jack East and Wayne Wilgris, if my eyes don't deceive me, is 8-all after 8.
My eyes say the same. Yeah, from the distance, that blue is just hard to see. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a bit awkward. So we've got 2 games going into the last end of the first set. Yeah, 2 games going into the last end of the first set tied. Doesn't get tighter than that. It just shows you the standard of play.
Oh, there we go. Great bit of information here for us, Darren, from David McCarry. Kevin Kirko won the Welsh Open.
Take his word for it.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for that.
Is he going to tell us the year?
I'm going to find it now. The internet's not great here, but yeah. Kelvin Kirkhow won it in 2005 and 2004. 2 years on the bounce.
Well done. Well done, that person.
Yeah, David McKay. Thanks for making us check. That was a good event. I like going there. It was Glenethley, wasn't it?
I remember it well. I remember getting taken to. I think I got taken to a food market once to do a pre-game interview, and all I could smell was all the nice smells, but I couldn't get in.
For an interview.
Yeah, I was walking around some Welsh food market. I remember it well. But yeah, it was a great venue, great tournament. So far the shorter jacks worked for Cameron here. Don't think Robert's too far away this time though. If he runs, and he's just going to pull up.
Still hold 1 or 2.
This is where Cameron wants to start stepping in. He's line 1, maybe 2. If he can just draw around his own, get right onto the jack, makes it very difficult for Robert. Yeah, he's put it well. Played it well. She gives Robert a slight catch, but it's important he got in there.
Come another.
David Gourlay's just won that first set with his last bowl, I think. Yeah, he has. Just managed to lay Glenn's bowl away. 7-6 to David Gourlay, so he takes that first set.
Yeah, he definitely played a big last one there. The crowd reacted, so he was obviously down and turned it round. From what we can see in the end rink game, it's probably Wayne line 1. They've both played 2 balls each. Great ball from Robert there. Cameron was unfortunate where he just finished. He just sort of made the target slightly wider. Still got to be played though. Robert's played it absolutely perfect. Left Cameron really just a draw, probably off his backhand. Try and drop it, turn the ball off, turn the jack. Be close if he runs.
Yeah, because he wants to hurry now. Wants to hurry now.
Oh, brilliant.
Well played.
Brilliant ball. Yeah, very good ball that. That'll give him a bit of confidence, I think. One more turn he would have made at least a double. As it is, he'll be happy he's lined the 1. Similar shot for Robert, trying to follow Cameron down, turn the blue ball round the corner, or turn the jack ideally for 2. He's giving it a good look. Played this.
Oh, well played.
Perfect
What
ball.
a great ball.
It was a great end actually, both players.
2 to Robert.
Second set, end 1. Score is 2 shots.
Yeah, it's tough for
Two
tough for
shots to
Cameron
two.
when he plays a decent end like that and he still loses a 2. It's a hard one to take. You can't argue with last balls like that. Yeah, so we've got Jack East for 1 ball to come, 1 down on the head. Wayne's put one
Jack
halfway
misses
up the green,
25
obviously
and a half
trying to
metres.
block his path in. Doesn't look like he's got much room, to be honest. Lion Bowl looks like it's only a few inches behind the Jack.
I think Jack East has just got to blast the bowl away. He's playing with that very narrow evolved bowl that he plays with, doesn't bend much. Just misses wide. First set to Wayne.
Yeah, some tight games out there. Robert coming down a better track this time. Good, I think. Yeah, well played. Far off, but just falling the wrong side of the bowl.
Gap for the last bowl, please, Alan.
Your last bowl,
No, Cameron's.
Karen's bowl. It's 14 inches short of Jack high. The gap is a foot, 4 inches.
Robert will switch here, I think. He's obviously asking that question to see if he could still draw down dot on the backhand, but I think it looks a much easier draw down the forehand. He's been trying to beat Cameron in, I think.
Good down, yes. Just one now, yeah?
Yes, two.
Well, the line's decent.
Yeah, he's close here, I think. Yeah, well played. Good ball. Good ball indeed. Robert knows that he's got two in behind, so he can play this with confidence. I think it'll just be a forehand arrive and draw, to be honest, but he can certainly play it knowing that if he pushes anything onto the Jack, then it's going to be in his favour. Giving it time. Starts to whip back now. Good effort. Yeah, good effort. Now it's one of these ones, Cameron. It's a forehand draw. Try and repeat your last.
Little touch.
Yeah, well played. Excellent.
Back. Yeah, well done.
A great two. Just what he needed after the first end. 2-2 after
Set
two.
score, 2 shots each after the second end.
A little bit of a boost that for him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's hopefully it'll get the local support back on his back and cheer him on. If he can put a couple of ends back to back, he's back in the match. The beauty of sets play is you can just forget that first set, move on. I think a massive shout out to the
It's 28 metres.
the volunteers, the local volunteers, Jason, at the venue. They've been absolutely superb, whether it be the board markers, the rink markers, scoreboard markers. Just, you know, an event like this, as you know, needs the local support, and they've been absolutely superb.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Darren. Yeah, they've. Bear in mind, even before this event, we've ran 2 PBA qualifiers, which were obviously long days as well, on the Sunday and the Monday, and they were here all day for that as well. So it's good for the club. No, we can only thank them for it. Makes it nice and smooth.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's people at the front entrance welcoming people to the stadium. There's been people out in the car park, so the list is endless, and every one of them is vital and needed. So, as always with bowls, you need good volunteers, and certainly the ones here this week have been excellent. Bit of an adjustment needed by both players here. Better.
Yep. Just a foot over. Can it just get up to the bowl? Very close. This is a good bowl. Dying to ask Darren a question now. He's just got a mouthful of Mintero cake.
I've certainly not just had a bit of Stuart Anderson's dad's cake, honestly.
Been spoilt here, haven't we? 3 bits. Dear. 3 different choices. I think it is. It's like Mintero, that one, isn't it?
Slightly disappointed, Jason, because there's a bit went earlier and I didn't say you'd had one, so could have just kept that quiet to ourselves.
Sat there like a little happy kid.
So Cameron here, just trying to draw into it again. He's down a good track. Is he going to run?
I think so.
He's good here.
Stay
Yeah,
up.
brilliant ball. Brilliant ball. I didn't hear whether he said it was 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. There's the crowd look. Got an appreciative crowd here at West Lothian Indoor. Very busy day today. There's Callum. Pulled a little face.
He did. I'm not going to comment on that because I do.
Oh,
that all the
yeah, we
time,
mentioned that earlier.
I think he is just pulling up short.
Yep.
I suspect it was maybe 2, but
Set score 2-4 after
Yep.
3 ends.
Yep. 2.
set 2 so far. Cameron takes a 4-2 lead after 3 ends. Good start to the set after dropping the first one. Definitely picked his game up a notch or 2 and bowls more into the head, which gives you every chance. Every one of the first 3 ends he's played a good end. Took a great bowl of Roberts at the first end to get the 2, so much better start to the set.
Jack length 29.5 metres.
Slightly over, not a bad start. Another short ball from Robert. Miles short, but it's a few in a row he's played now. Yeah, good adjustment from Cameron. Yeah, just feel the last
One or two there.
4, 5, 6 balls, Robert's just started to be a bit unsure of the pace.
Shot ball 6 inch gap.
That hole 2.
Can happen during a match, the pace of the green can change.
Yeah, 1.
Cameron will be looking to get another one in here. Slap of the thigh suggests he's overplayed it. He'll know that's a missed opportunity. Nosy Cell.
Oh, last ball on, please.
2 feet, 2.5 feet.
Is he reaching? Not too bad, is he? I don't think.
Might get under it. He has got under it.
Stays up. Yeah, looks in.
Slightly favouring last bowl, close now.
Yeah, Alan slightly favours that last bowl of Roberts.
Yeah, he just got underneath the blue ball and he probably has just about made shot. If he touched the blue ball, he probably wouldn't have made it. I think it changes Cameron's shot, whether he's lying or not lying, to be honest. It's just a nice backhand draw. He gets any touch of his own blue ball or fades underneath it to Roberts. He's likely to make a double. Yep, definitely down the inside track, looking to get underneath his own or turn it.
What's the pace? Is he
I
reaching?
think he's seen to it. Nosy Cell, what a line he picked. I would imagine Robert will be looking at this closely. He's confident he's line 1, then he might switch to the forehand. He's not even going to bother playing it. Slightly surprised he
Score
didn't play it there. There
after 4 in.
was some danger, but you know there was quite a bit of room. I thought a forehand draw was relatively safe.
Jack length 28 metres.
Just having a little chuckle at how he commenting there from one of my good friends, Billy Mellors. He's coming tomorrow, so if I'm still here, I'll have a little chat with him. Don't know what he's talking about. I don't pull faces. Yeah, good lad, Billy. Had a lot of good times over the years with Billy. One of the gentlemen of bowls. I'll still have a word with him about that comment. This is good from Cameron. It's just what he needs to do. He needs to get these first 2 balls in and try and dominate the ends.
Can he get down to the white one?
Just overplayed it this time, but I'll keep. He splits the 2 white ones up. Down a good track here, Robert. Just whether he runs it out now. He's right on the line to the jack. Yeah, I think he's made it.
Yeah, it's in. Stayed up.
Gap, the last ball.
The last ball, 3 inches.
Same forehand draw for Cameron, just trying to draw to reach his blue ball, fall in, drops round Robert and sets him down. He makes a 2 anyway. Just has to run.
Oh, can it fall and just topple the white ball out? It's just stayed up. I think if it just falls, it may just move Roberts out.
Yeah, he needed it just to fall or another turn of the ball closer towards the jack. He was certainly going to make 1. Very tough for Robert, and he's going to have a great chance with his last one, Cameron, to just find the split there. Not a lot on for Robert, really. I think he's probably going to have to look at the backhand, just try and draw as close as he can. But he knows if he touches the jack, it's not good. Good.
Oh.
Yeah, he's definitely improved that. He's definitely improved it. Still think the split's quite good for Cameron. If he can get the split of 2 white balls, might manage to push the other one through between the 2 blues. He's got to just be arriving down the forehand, I think, and look for that split of the 2 whites. Going to play his backhand runner. He seems to have favoured that side, certainly. Don't think the angles are quite as good down this side.
Just not going to get back with the pace.
No, and I think that's the harder side to play that shot on, to be honest. It's a tough one.
One's removed. Yeah, umpire gets called, so we'll have a quick look at the scores. Well, David Golay managed to win his first set on his last ball, but his a change of tactics is bringing the mat right up in this second set. Playing to the pin, he is 7-0 ahead after 4. Over on rink number 3, Jack Bird took the first set against Stuart Anderson, but Stuart's bounced back and he's 4-2 ahead in the second. That's after 6 ends. And the other close game, Wayne Wilgress managed to win his first set by 1 shot against Jack East from Australia, and they are 2s apiece after 3 ends.
just the one there. I was pretty sure Cameron must have thought it was just one, because to play the backhand the way he did, I'm quite confident he felt he was only one down. If he'd been 2 down, I think he would have definitely been coming down the forehand, looking to split the 2 balls out. Four all after 5. Nothing to split them so far in this set.
Set score 4-4 after 5 ends.
Just waiting there for a little movement.
Jack length 27.5 metres.
Good weight from Robert, just a ball under. Cameron's already trying to urge this one on, suggests he knows he's just slightly neat, and he is. Line was good, 2 feet. Better track this time from Robert. Looks pretty good. Yeah, excellent. Good effort. Handy place.
Quick question came in asking about the speed of the green. I've just quickly timed it. 18 seconds roughly. It's not too bad, not too freakish, is it?
No, I think this time of day probably it'll be playing a little bit quicker than it maybe was this morning. It was probably playing fine this morning. If I hadn't seen your stopwatch, I would have probably guessed it was about 17. So yeah, it'll be somewhere close to 17, maybe getting close to 18 now with the build-up of heat and the amount of people in the stadium now. So nice pace. It's West Lothian's always been a good pace. I've always enjoyed coming here to play bowls. Most of the rinks are pretty decent.
Nearly 2 feet.
And that's 18 seconds on over 27 metres on a big swinging hand as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's always been as far as Scottish bowls is concerned, it's always been one of the nicer stadiums to come to. Just a nice pace actually. When you're on the green, it certainly doesn't feel like an 18-second green to me, but that's probably because the hands are so big.
Yep.
You're going out in pretty wide arcs, so. So Cameron, you turn this over. Don't really see much but a draw down the backhand. He's went out on the wide arc with his bow. If his weight's good, he's a chance, but if he's overplayed it, it won't get back. I think he has just marginally overplayed it. He wasn't far away either, but he knew his sell. It's definitely one. Don't know about the second. Just the one.
Yep.
Set score 5-4 after 6 ends.
Robert one up with 3 ends to go in this set. Because of Robert's victory in the first set, he doesn't need to win the set. A tied set would do him.
Quick question there, do ladies play in this event? Yeah, well, we have had one lady in already. There's been quite a few ladies this year
8.5 metres.
trying to qualify for the various different open events that we have. We have the top 16, we then have a sponsor's choice, which was Claire Anderson this year, courtesy of the sponsor Lean to Succeed. 8 overseas qualifiers, and then we normally have the 7 UK qualifiers as well. To get inside it ideally.
Yeah, I think when Cameron looks back at this game and reflects at some point, I think he'll look back on these opportunities. He's had a couple of them, but Robert's first one hasn't been as close as some of these others, and just hasn't quite managed to take advantage of that. Another loose one from Robert.
Pass away.
2 feet.
These are the big ends where if you can get this one in close, suddenly Robert will be under a bit of pressure. He's line 2, but
You wouldn't expect them to count, would you?
I just don't think they're close enough, and I think he knows that himself. The chances of Robert failing for a third time would be pretty slim.
Yeah, it's in for shot.
It's just too much room, you know. It's probably has 18 inches to draw the shot there. If it's only 7 or 8 inches, it suddenly gets a lot harder. One of the loosest ends of the game, but Robert will not be minding about that. If he gets a 1 or he picks up a double, he won't care one iota how loose it is. He's picking away at this set, so draws this one in. It will be a big last bowl from Cameron. Track looks good. He's in. Big bowl.
Yeah, there's 2 balls to sit on and get the jar, anything but short, really, isn't it? Give yourself a chance.
Yeah, he's a couple of times he's played this forehand just looking to arrive, and his balls just seem to be sitting on the line a bit. I've seen a couple of puzzled looks when he's let them go, and I think it's like he normally expects them to maybe come back a bit bigger. Whether they're just not finishing the same today, but this is a big bowl. He has to draw this. He doesn't want to fall 3 behind with 2 to play. He's going to need a helping hand.
Sass away, been unlucky. Just
Again.
the other side of that.
Again, another bowl that just sat
Yep.
wide though. Just doesn't seem to be getting the same finish there.
Set score 7-4 after 7 ends.
So 2 ends remaining. Robert just needs to win this end. Let's have another quick catch up. What's going on the outside rinks? David Goley is 9-1 up. That's after 6 ends. Rink number 3. we have Jack Bird and Stuart Anderson. Jack Bird won the first set. Stuart Anderson
26
is
metres.
2 up, playing the last end of the second set. Wayne Wilgress, he won the first set against Jack East and is 5-4 up after 5 ends.
Start from Robert.
I'm not going to do any more score shout outs. Every time I do a roundup, piece of cake is missing.
Thought I'd better just try a bit of a shorty biscuit this time, just while you were keeping everybody right with the scores. Keep my energy levels up for later.
Just slightly lost his pace a little bit. I know sometimes throughout the game the pace can just change slightly. I mean, when it changes slightly, it's something worse than if it changes, by a yard.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think 7-4 down with 2 ends to play, your mindset suddenly says don't be short. So it's easy just to overplay a couple of them, and Robert's just going to pounce on that with these 2 openers. I think Cameron's just probably in his own head saying to himself, please don't be short, because you give yourself no chance, and it's easy just to overplay them then. Better adjustment here, he's coming down a nice track. It's just whether he's over-adjusted. Just over-adjusted, yeah, not far off. Doesn't make it any easier though. Robert will be very happy the way this end's building up. Great balls, 3 crackers. I think Cameron's got to come into this with a bit of pace. He might get lucky and flick his own front one into the head. Gets past it onto Jack. He's got to try and change the head. Yeah, he's certainly trying it. Has he got enough pace to hold up?
Just under, I think.
Yeah, he's away. It's the right idea. Perhaps could have done with a bit more pace to hold his line, but certainly think that was the right shot. He had to try and alter something. Even a 1 isn't, it gives him a chance, but it's a slim chance chasing a 3 the last end. Probably ideally needs to score a double. Pretty sure Robert will be running for a bit of cover now. I think he'll go too deep, but he'll probably want to go round towards the back blue bowl, somewhere around that area, just beyond it. These 3 bowls are all locked in there together, but I can't see all 3 of them going out. Just don't think Cameron's played with a lot of pace in this match. You would need to come up with a power of weight to rip these 3 white ones off. Yeah, he's coming to a great area here, just round in behind that blue bowl I talked about. Pretty good lie, not much on here at all.
No, and of course he needs to win this end.
Yeah, I think he's got to play the same shot as his last, but perhaps play it with a bit more pace so that when he does get his front blue ball, he's pushing it right into the head. If he can just get round it and into the 3 white ones, he might manage to connect with them all. Probably getting the Jack now, who's not much use to him with Robert's last bowl. I think it's a 4-hand runner. Well, this is his strongest drive of the game. It's just under, I think. Oh, wait, he's got the respot.
I got 2 out of that. Has it gone out?
He's got it onto the respot.
Might have 2 there,
Excellent
Good shot.
Yeah,
good shot.
managed to force the Jack through the white balls.
Wow.
Great strike, and it just shows you he has that powerful strike in him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised when seeing it now. He didn't bring it out a bit
Set
earlier.
score 7-6 after 8 ends.
Tell you something, he's given himself a huge chance now, because I think even Robert will be surprised to have lost a 2 there. we could start this end off with a good ball. You just never know. Saw a couple of games yesterday where one ball was the difference in a match, really. So, you know, these type of shots are sometimes what wins you games. It's important he backs this up with his first ball now.
Yeah, big
Jack
first ball.
28.5 metres.
Not a bad start, you know.
Yeah, decent opener. Yeah, Roberts, pretty decent there. Just looking across to the Stuart Anderson game now into a tie break. First end of the tie break going on in that one. David Gourley still well in control of his game. And Wayne Wilgris has just pulled ahead in the last game, 4 up with 3 ends to go, having won the first set. Yeah, it's a good ball from Robert here. He just wants to sit somewhere close to these blues. Yep.
Again, his bowls have just finished that
Yeah,
kind of 8 inches wide of the line. Just struggling to get back into.
having played the rink earlier, it's a nice swinging hand, so it suggests to me that his bowls are just slightly straighter than a. And I remember these blue speckled aces just being or feeling to be a wee bit straighter than the aces I had at the time. So it's almost like they're coming back, but just finishing wide of the centre line. Roberts too have found the centre line, which is a big difference at this level. If you can consistently find that centre line, you make it very difficult for somebody. Needs a 2, so let's do something with this one. Ideally draw a shot, give yourself a chance for his last. I think he's overplayed this again. Yeah. Just gets harder and harder. If you were only needing 1, then it's not so hard, but yeah.
Stuart Anderson's taken the first end of that tie break.
Shorty was quite nice, was it? Shorty biscuit, okay?
I'll have to thank Stuart's dad.
Yeah.
Fabulous cakes, yeah.
He's too good
that's
at
a good
baking
ball.
them. That's the problem, You usually get a stash of cakes down to Potter's with us just to keep us going, so
Just to keep you going, because you're short of food at Potter's, aren't you? Just in case, just not quite had enough.
just a wee sweet treat to keep you going in between all the meals. Yeah, great venue as well down there. Not be long in coming round. Well, I really just don't see where he makes it to here. It's probably a hit and hope. He's studying it.
He's watching it.
Yeah, just missed
Unlucky.
wide.
So it's a great game there for Robert and Cameron, but it's Robert Paxton that's going to take this second set. 10 shots to 6. I've just been informed we are quickly going to whiz over to that tie break between Jack Bird and Stuart Anderson.
2 sets to Robert Paxton.
David Gourlay's managed to beat Glenn Martin of Australia 2-0. We're picking this game up now in the tie-break. Stuart Anderson's won the first end of this tie-break. And here we go. Against young Jack Bird there. Cracking young talented player from Yorkshire in England.
Yeah, it seems to have, not that we've been able to watch much of it, but it seems to have been a pretty good game all the way through. Jack's drawn another cracking ball in there. Well, he's a couple at the moment. Stuart might be playing a runner here. He is. Running at the 2 balls. Gets one away just. Two balls to come each in the second end of this tie break. Jack Bird trying to repeat his last one, I would suspect. Get another ball into the head. Just ran through this time.
You know Stuart's game pretty well. Do you think he'll go again and just try and feather this ball away from the Jack, or would he draw?
A confident Stuart Anderson would draw that, but he has just played a runner. I think he probably played the runner with his last one because the 2 balls was a big target. Yeah, he's running again. Backhand runner, he's waving at it, but he's still stalking it. Got it. Oh, he's been unlucky.
Very unlucky. Bit of space now, though.
Yeah, he's created the Jack's probably a good 2.5, 3 feet away from the nearest green ball. Camera angle we've got just, it's difficult to see, but I'm trying to look across the arena and I'm quite sure there's 2.5 feet there. Certainly drawable now, so Jack will be trying to get in first. He's going to have the first go at it. Yep, you can see it there. It's probably about 2.5 feet away to the nearest green ball. Jack's away out in the corner now. Always just adds a degree of difficulty when you're drawn to a new line. They'll probably not have been drawn out to this line very often in the match. Body language says he's watching it.
Pace is good.
It's pretty good, I would say. Yeah, it's a decent ball. Decent ball. Yeah, he's definitely closed the gap there. I think there's only about a foot to draw the shot now for Stuart. Loads of gaps as well, so unless he's going to try and drive a clean Jack, it really is just a draw, I think. Backhand draw for Stuart Anderson. He's stalking it up. It's not a good sign of his opponent. No, I think he's maybe just thinks he's underneath, and he is. Well, it's going right to the wire, this one.
Yeah, Jack's giving it away. Saying, well, you go ahead, Stuart, I'll have the last ball.
Rink next door is on end 8, and Wayne Wilgris leads 8-5, having won the first set, so Jackie needs to score the end and possibly a double to give himself a chance. Great view there across the greens. The wide arc of Stuart's ball coming down. Slightly overplayed. Stuart's dad in the background there, the cake maker.
Yeah, perched on the end. It's hard to tell from right over here, but it's a good ball from Jack as well.
Yeah, standard of these two. I suspect we've not seen the match winner yet. Expect them both to beat these first opening deliveries. There we go.
Yep, that's the shot.
I think Jackie's is lying a couple. Wayne Milgris, one ball to come. Lovely big arc on this side of the rink as well, on the rink here. Slack and running. Chance for Stuart now. Makes the same correction again, he'll be right on it.
Hard to tell if it's just the one or not. I think he's still going to play the draw.
Yeah, this forehand coming down's a nice swinging hand. Played that rink yesterday. It was probably one of the sides I preferred to play. It's just a draw for Jack. Easier said than done when you're in the commentary box, certainly, but if he can draw it, he puts Stuart under a bit of pressure.
Well, how's the pace? Is he just sneaking through? Just sneak through. Just out the back door, yeah.
Wayne Milgris has had a drive. I think he might have taken one out. Hit a red ball onto a green ball, so I think it's maybe just one now to Jackie's. Yep, 8-6 after 8, so Jack needs a 3 the last end to take that one into a tie break. Tough ask. Stuart's running for cover. He's saying to Jackie's, if you draw it, you draw it. Either that, or he might think he's going to try and run the ball, so that if he gets the jack, then he's got something through the back. Of course, Jack can nominate the kill, if he remembers.
That's it. That is the thing at the end there, isn't it?
If he remembers.
Yep, that's the bit. That's the only time you can kill. An end is the last end of a tie break. You have to nominate it before you let go of it. The biggest thing is when you get so heavily involved with a game, it is just that, remembering. I mean, when they're so far away, you know, you're better off. If you're going to play any kind of weight, just put it in your back pocket, that ace, aren't you? Saying, yeah, I will nominate it in case I get that really awful result.
I think if he's going to run this, he has to nominate the kill, because he doesn't have a ball through the head, really, and Stuart's got both 3 spots covered. So, you know, he's got to nominate the kill if he's going to be driving. I think whether he drives or not depends whether he's got the second shot.
Yeah. I'm going to go for a draw. Dead draw the forehand.
I'll wait and see where his delivery stance is, and I'll...
Backhand, is he? Backhand, I think.
It's backhand, it's a runner, that's for sure. Yeah, he's definitely running, I think.
The other Jack just noticed and waited.
Yeah, coming down with time and weight, though.
Is he underneath? Oh, hang on.
I think he's...
No, Stuart's through, I think.
Yeah, still one red, I think.
I think he got a bit of a bad bounce off the jack. It's come back up the green, but more towards the camera. So it's going to be Stuart Anderson. Books his place as well into the quarter-final, which is... well, it starts on the next session at 4 o'clock. Depends on what ball number the player draws as to whether they play on the 4 o'clock session or the 7 o'clock session. We're just waiting for the end of the other game, which maybe at the end of this end, just depends, but just to keep you updated, there's 8 balls available for the quarter-final draw. Simon Skelton drew ball 1, Les Gillett drew ball number 2, so they're going to play each other at 4 o'clock. Nick Brett, he pulled out ball number 3, number 4 still in the box. Down at the side of me here, you got ball number 5, so you're waiting for your opposition number 6, and 7 and 8 are still in the bucket, as to say. So, once the draws are made, we can put on Facebook exactly which games are going to be on the stream. We're trying to give everybody a fair crack at the whip, make sure people are not playing on the same rink all the time. Jack East is just chasing his bowl, now he's stopped. He's just sliding out the back. So yeah, he's got a bit of a bad connection with him. Still a bowl left though.
That one's just about... Oh, he's got 2 balls down in the bottom corner there if they're still on the rink. Can't see him making a 3 out of that, but you never know. He does have 2 green balls very deep in the back corner.
So we're just going to keep you on this the holding screen of the club. Just like to thank Darren from the side of me for joining us in the commentary box, giving us his time this afternoon, and all the very best for his game as well. Join us live on the green, like I say, in the next few moments, I'd probably say, for the live draw. final. I've got Scotland on one side of me, England on the other side of me. So David just said that makes me Hadrian's Wall. Cheers, David. Yeah. So we're down to the draws. I say we've already got ball number 1, Simon Skelton, and ball number 2, Les Gillett. They're playing each other at 4 o'clock. Nick Brett has number 3, and Darren Bennett has number 5. So in no particular order, let's go to the home nation first. Mr. Anderson. Ball number 4. So you're in the next session against Nick Brett. Next one, please. Ball number 8, so you're still waiting for an opponent. Davey. Ball number 6, so you play Darren. Just to show it's not a fix. You'll never guess which ball we've got. Number yes, 7. So the quarter-final stages will start at 4 o'clock, and then we'll have the last session at 7. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye for now.